For the statistics, number one, we have South Africa's unemployment crisis. There's a glaring 30% unemployment rate. And then if we look at number two, we have the xenophobic violence, which is not new. And the major outbreaks, it's been a sequence. Xenophobia started a while ago, many years ago.
Right.
So if we look at the major outbreaks, in 2008, there was an outbreak. In 2015, there was another. In 2019, there was another. And in 2026, there was another as well. In 2008, there were over 60 deaths recorded
in the same xenophobic.
Yes, in that outbreak, and about over 100,000 people displaced in 2008.
Again.
Yes,
I see.
Which is quite disturbing. It's unfortunate that we haven't learned past some of these experiences, and it's disappointing that South Africa has not grown past some of these experiences. If we look at number three, we have South Africa's migrant population, which is 3 million migrants. There's approximately 90% from other African countries. And at number four, we have immigrant population growth, which is 2% in 1996 to 4% in 2002.
Right.
At number five, in 2026, protests included harassment, intimidation, looting, forced immigration checks, attacks on African migrants. And at number six, we have Ghana's diplomatic protests. Official protests lodged after videos emerged showing a Ghanaian being told, "We don't want you here." And then to number seven, we have Ghana's first evacuation batch of 300 Ghanaians that were evacuated. At eight, we have the evacuation demand, which surged to 800 registered Ghanaians. And if we look at number nine, we're looking at the legal status red flag. 10 out of less 300 valid immigration status. That's 3.3% documented, and undocumented non-compliant, that's 96.7%. So the legal status red flag, which has become such a controversial conversation, is that out of the 300 people or citizens that were evacuated, 10 out of that 300 were documented, and unfortunately the rest were undocumented. We haven't had an official response to that. That there hasn't been any rebuttal from our ministry. And at number 10, we have the detention history. 26 evacuees previously detained. And at number 11, Ghana's reintegration package. What does it include? It includes psychosocial services, transportation support, financial assistance, employment and startup support. And as it stands, there hasn't been any public disclosure on total evacuation cost per evacuee, and long-term reintegration budget as well. And then at number 12, we have the Goldfields sovereignty angle, which is just hanging in there. It has become an interesting conversation because a lot of Ghanaians are not happy with what is happening to our brothers and sisters in South Africa, and their mining lease issue. Goldfields has an automatic renewal, which was suspended and subjected to some sort of dialogue.
Right.
So we there's a 20-year lease, 20-year TAQA lease extension request that Goldfields is looking at. The lease initially should expire in 2027. And then we have the Pan-African contradiction. African states supported South Africa during apartheid. Current hostility against African migrants continue inside democratic South Africa. And on official condemnation and recurring violence, violence outbreaks recurring across nearly 2 decades.
Right.
If we look at from 1996, as the data showed us to date, so that's over 2 decades. And we have the central forensic question. 300 evacuated versus 800 registered, and the reintegration challenges as well, which includes collapsed businesses, disrupted education, destroyed livelihoods, and economic displacement. So the xenophobia reality now is 30% unemployment pressure in South Africa.
In South Africa, that is just as we speak.
Yes.
Okay.
And in 2008, 2015, 2019, and 2026.
The most recent outbreaks.
Yes, those are the most recent outbreaks.
Okay.
What has been Ghana's action? Ghana has evacuated 300 people, 800 people registered initially, and the government is still in diplomatic engagement with the South African authorities. Now, sovereignty and trust deficit, we are staring at the 20-year TAQA lease extension request and the Pan-African trust deficit concern. So this is cited from Reuters, Ghana Ministry of Foreign Affairs, South African official reports, Ghana Statistical Services, and UN migration estimates, and media reports and official statements. As well.
I see. Kay, thank you so much for telling us the journey so far.